मतामपराधिजनं खलु शायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। भुजे सव्यवेणुं शिरसि शिखिपिच्छं कटितटे दुकूलं नेत्रान्ते सशं विदधते सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीलापरिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणुम् अभीक्ष्णशः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयं। भक्त्या विहीन अपराधलक्षैक्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नवृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दं। भूमस्वखलितपादानां भूमिरेव यवलम्बनं त्वय्यजातयपराधानां त्वमेव शरणं प्रभु। वागीशायस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्या च वक्ष्यासि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहामहं भजे। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यप्रभुनित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैतगदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So we are reading the discussion between Nimi and the Avadhuta Brahmana and the King Yadu. So the last we heard was about the ocean. What he has learned from the ocean, Avadhuta Brahmana is mentioning that from externally the sadhu is always happy, he appears very blissful always, but internally the depth nobody knows. He is unsurpassable and unlimited. Any place is not limited by these things. Nishchala, he is very always in a stable state of mind. And just like when lots of rivulets and the rivers, they overflow and join into the ocean, still the ocean does not seem to expand his limits. He is still the same ocean. Yet other times when there is bright sun and the water is taken out by the sun, is being absorbed, but still he does not reduce his limits. He remains under all circumstances in a stable state of mind. So these are the two lessons that Avadhuta Brahmana has learned from seeing the characteristic of an ocean. So now we will continue from 11th canto, 8th chapter, verse number 7. From verse number 7. दृष्ट्वा स्त्रियं देवमायां तब तद्भावैर्जितेन्द्रिय अजितेन्द्रियः प्रलोभितः पतत्यन्ते तमस्यग्नौ पतंगवत्. अजितेन्द्रिय पुरुष दैव माया रचित स्त्री जन दर्शने तदीयो विलास चेष्टाय प्रलोभित होइया अग्निमुखे प्रधावित प्रतंगे न्याय नरके पतित होइया कष्ट भोग कुरिया थाके. So what lesson he learned from a moth who, an insect who is attracted to the light, who is attracted towards the fire. You tell her what it is called. So a particular kind of an insect that gets attracted towards fire, seeing the beauty of the fire, is so much dazzling and so attractive. Fire represents form. Fire is a representation of form. So, like earth, smell. Earth, there are five objects of sense organs, right? So, earth has a very peculiar smell. You can smell earth. Won't you? When there is a rain, some say, I can smell earth. So, earth, sound is smell is a characteristic of earth. And water, touch, and fire for the form. It's very attractive, seeing the fire, one gets attracted. And the sound, ether, the sky is carrying the sound. And what remains? Sky to ho gaya. And taste is remaining, right? So, and what is the other? Earth, water, fire. Water represents taste. And wind, smell. So, wind is the touch. What did I miss? Let's go. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Okay. Earth, smell. Okay. Water, taste. Fire, form. Wind is the touch. And ether or sky is for the sound. These are the five things that are carried. Okay. So, now the fire is a representation of form or shape. So a moth, he thinks that, it's so beautiful, so dazzling, he gets attracted. Also you see in particular season that the moths, they get attracted to this light, and the same light becomes the cause of their death also. They don't understand. So similarly he is telling that Ajitendriya, a person who has no control of the senses, by seeing the beautiful form of a woman and by her mannerisms and activities, a person who is uncontrolled, he gets attracted, and ultimately, just like a moth getting attracted to the fire and he is perishes, in a similar way he is rushed towards hellish planets by those who get attracted to the form, and they will go to hellish planets. So from the moth, this is the lesson he has learned. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, रूपे आसक्ति होइले जीव विनाश प्राप्त होय. When a living entity gets attracted to form, आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? पंखे की वजह से प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? Are you okay with the fan? If a person gets attracted to the fire, or overly attached to that beauty of it, then that person will ultimately face his destruction. इहा पतंगेर निकट होइते शिक्षार विषय दुईटी श्लोक द्वारा बोलते छन्. So by getting attracted to form, one will get the same destiny as the moth gets by getting attracted to the fire. Then योषिद्धिरण्यो योषद्धिरण्यभारणास्वरादि द्रव्येषु मायारचितेषु मूढः प्रलोभितात्मा ह्युपभोग बुद्ध्या पतंगवन नश्यति नष्टदृष्टिः। अविवेकी पुरुष माया रचित कामिनी कांचन बसन कुशन आदि वस्तुर भोग वासनाएं प्रलोभित ओ ज्ञानशून्य होइया पतंगेर न्याय विनष्ट होय। So other lesson that he is telling from a moth is like aviveki, a person who is less intelligent. He gets attracted to the illusion, the illusory creation of the Supreme Lord, like the women, gold, beautiful ornaments, nice dresses. People in general, they get attracted to all these things. There are so many shopping malls, so many varieties of exhibitions of the cloths, so many exhibitions of ornaments, and these are all an expansion of Maya's, Lord's illusory potency. And there are so many, if you see so many billboards, they're all filled with women's, postures, because they want to attract the attention of everyone. I was surprised one time, even till it's a surprise, that, a lady, a woman is holding an advertisement of water bottle, but the water bottle is only small in size, and the woman who is carrying is, she is presented in such a way, so beautifully, that people will automatically get attracted to that. But I was thinking, what advertisement is it? Then I had to see in the side, it's actually some water bottle advertisement. They're advertising water bottle. So it's like people have this kind of, attachment to the form. And this is an expansion of Lord's Maya, and exploiting this, everywhere there are all those billboards and everything is filled with all nonsensical stuff. Why? Because by getting attracted to form, one will ultimately get destruction. And you go to the shopping malls, you go to the, big stores, everywhere there are so many varieties of ornaments, so many varieties of cloth, so many colors, soft, hard, skin touch, this touch, there are so many kinds of things. And all these things are, they're saying what? Just like a moth, he's ignorant that if he enters into the fire, he is distracted, he is ignorant. He thinks that, oh, what such a beautiful form, so nice, dazzling. He enters inside and he is gone. In a similar way, aviveki, a person who lacks knowledge, he sees all these things and gets attracted and ultimately leads to his own perish or destruction. Srila Kaviraj Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, Jadiu Stri or Swarna Adi Madhye Stritei Panchti Vishayi Ache. So actually, Kali was given 5 places, isn't it? Place where there is gambling, a place where there is the slaughterhouses where the meat is cut, place of intoxication, and the place of women. These are the 5 places, the 4 places Kali is given. But then Kali asked, I'm not satisfied, please give me one more. He said, okay, you can also take the place in gold. Gold means not necessarily gold, wealth, wherever there is money. So here he says that all these 5 principally come under women only. Women, why women it is said? Like object of enjoyment. One sees anything as an object of enjoyment. I am an enjoyer. Then that is the basic problem of everyone. If one thinks, oh, here is an object of my enjoyment, intoxication or meat eating or gambling or all these things, these are an object of enjoyment. So basically all of these is telling that they are all created by Maya, the external potency of the Supreme Lord. Tahau Stri Adite Ruperei Pradhanya Hetu Prathame Drishti Patitahaya. But among these 5, gambling, etc., these 5, because the form of women is attractive, it is said here that the first thing that everyone gets trapped to is this. That's why our Param Gurudev used to say particularly that those who have come to perform Hari Bhajan, one among the three impediments in Hari Bhajan is attraction to women. The first, of course, he says, is kanak, wealth, accumulation of money. That is one hindrance to Hari Bhajan. The second hindrance is about the women. He says, you should not associate with women physically. It is not to be, mentioned. That is understood. But one should not even mentally also associate with women. Because once you mentally associate with women, then your mind gets polluted and devotion, will be sidetracked. There will not be progress in the devotion. Therefore, he says that Sakshat Sangha, means direct association, is of course forbidden. There is no question of it. But one should not even also mentally meditate or think. And our Goswamis, they have written how to stay away from thinking about women. He's saying there, they said that associating with women is not as dangerous as associating with those who are associating with women. Those who are associating with women, if you associate with them, they only constantly talk about them, only their subject. So he says, Yoshit Sangi Sangi, those who are associates of women, means those who are in close association with women, associating with those persons is extremely dangerous. Because one's mind is polluted by them, by those such so-called, friends who are associates of women. Therefore, in those who want to perform Hari Bhajan, Rupa Goswami Pad has very clearly mentioned, one has to give up unholy association, all types of unholy association. That which is not in connection to Supreme Lord is unholy. There is only one definition of holiness and unholiness. Holy, Supreme Lord. Unholy, anything other than Supreme Lord. Anything in connection to Supreme Lord is holy. Lord, His devotees, His associates, His place, His dham, all these are holy. Anything against this is unholy. Now, one of the devotees, foreign devotees, he wrote a letter to Guru Maharaj that in the scriptures, it is said that one should not associate with women, but in foreign particularly we see that we need lot of help of the women also. Being a sannyasi or a brahmachari, we need to talk with so many women devotees, and if it is said that we should not associate with women, how can we take the mission forward? They are helping us, they are doing everything. Then Guru Maharaj answers so nicely. He says, they did not say that you should not associate with women in the spirit of devotion. It is said, with an enjoying tendency, you should not see women. Because they also are servants of Supreme Lord, they also have the desire to serve Supreme Lord. In connection to the Lord's devotion and the connection to the Lord's service, it is not prohibited. But one should not think that I am enjoyer. The problem comes when I think that I am an enjoyer and then I associate, then it is a problem. If one thinks that everyone is an expansion of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, everyone is serving Supreme Lord Shri Krishna in that perspective, then it is not prohibited. So, but unfortunately, of course, in the conditioned state, even though many times it begins in that way only, that she is a devotee or he is a devotee, therefore there is no problem. But slowly the problem begins. We have seen so many cases happening like that in the Math also. Beginning, she is a very nice devotee, very dedicated devotee, and in that way they will start. But, inside the mind there is a tendency to enjoy. When there is a tendency to enjoy, when you can smell it or sense it, it is, understand that you cannot live to that particular teaching of, seeing everyone on the same level, and then therefore we can speak. So you should understand that if that is disturbing, then you should refrain from it with an enjoying spirit. You should not, anyone with any not only man or women, even with any object. Sometimes people, in this particular verse, even about the clothes it is written, some are so much attached to clothes, new clothes, buying new clothes, coloring them nicely, and then buying colorful ornaments and gold, etc., and beautiful clothes to exhibit. So many persons, and even I see that brahmacharis have tendency to wear this big border dhotis, design dhotis, colored dhotis. Many persons have this tendency because very nice, attractive. But the thing is, to Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami approached Mahaprabhu. When Raghunath Das Goswami came to Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu immediately told, Swarup Damodar will take care of you. You be under the Damodar. So Swarup Damodar became his guru because he used to take care of everything. And any questions he had, he used to ask Swarup Damodar only. And if he had to ask something to Mahaprabhu, he would ask it through Swarup Damodar only. So one day, Raghunath Das Goswami got a desire. I want to listen directly from Mahaprabhu. I have been listening through Swarup Damodar, but I want to get direct instructions. Many persons have desire, right? What Guru Maharaj says, I want to get direct instruction. So he wanted to get direct instruction of Mahaprabhu. Then he approached Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu told, I already gave you under the shelter of Swarup Damodar. He knows more than what I do. Swarup Damodar is an expert. He knows more than me. You should learn from him. But Raghunath Das Goswami, he repeatedly approached. No, please give some instruction to me. Then he said one instruction. Raghunath, I am giving this instruction to you. Bhalo na khaibe, bhalo na poribe. He is telling that don't eat nicely, don't dress nicely. He is giving this instruction. Directly he wanted. Raghunath Das Goswami is an emblem of renunciation. Raghunath Das Goswami not an ordinary person. He was son of, Raja Krishnananda Datta, a very, very, kingly person, Zamindar. You understand Zamindar? Son of a Zamindar. He left everything. Yeah, landlord, a very, very wealthy, rich person. So, he came to Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami, and whatever money his father was sending, he did not use for his purpose. He did not use anything for his purpose. Everything he used for the purpose of the devotees. And his father was thinking that, so much of wealth is there. His mother, when Raghunath Das Goswami was repeatedly running away from the house, repeatedly is running away. He doesn't want to stay in the house. He was married to a very beautiful girl. But still, he did not stay. Then one time his mother says to his father, why don't you tie this Raghunath with a very toughened rope and just put him inside the house. Then Raghunath Das Goswami's father says, Indra sama Aishwarya, a person who has wealth like an Indra, Apsara sama Bharya, and a wife who is as beautiful as Apsaras in the heavens, they Goswami, what will find him? Wealth, women, prestige, these are the greatest bondings. Those things have not bound Raghunath. What can an ordinary material rope bind him? Therefore, let him go. On whom there is Mahaprabhu's mercy, nobody can stop him. So that was Raghunath Das Goswami's renunciation right from his childhood. He had money. He was brought up in the environment of riches, but not an iota of attraction he had towards them. That Raghunath Das Goswami, when he approached Mahaprabhu, not only that, Raghunath Das Goswami, when he came to Jagannath Puri, how he had lived for the rest of his life in Puri, even though he was such a rich person. He was eating by begging. He was invited to come along with Mahaprabhu to eat. No. I will only beg and eat because I will get attracted to eating nice food. So this was the mood of Raghunath Das Goswami. To his he is telling. To him, Mahaprabhu is telling. Means what? To all of us he is telling. Direct instruction. Bhalo na khaibe. Don't eat nicely. Bhalo na poribe. Don't dress nicely. Gramya varta na kohibe. Gramya varta na shunibe. Don't engage yourself in speaking gossips, material rubbish talks. And don't speak, don't listen also. Why I said this is, Yoshit Sangha Sangi, those who are associates of women, they always talk about these gossips, material gossips, unnecessary talks that deviate one's mind from the object of worship. Therefore he says that don't engage, don't speak ordinary material gossips, and don't listen also material gossips. By listening also you will get attracted. Amani manada hoye Krishna naam koribe. You become Amani manada. Give respect to everyone. And without expecting any respect, always chant Krishna's name. Braje Radha Krishna Seva Manase Koribe. And engage your mind in the service of Radha Krishna. Because mind is the cause of our bondage, mind is the cause of our liberation. The same mind, when we use in this useless material subject matters, then our mind gets attracted there. The same mind, with the mind we can do so many things. What cannot be done? When Vasudeva was in the prison house, when Krishna was born in the prison, it is written in Srimad Bhagavatam that Vasudeva has donated millions of cows to the Brahmanas. How? He is in the prison. How could he donate millions of cows in the prison? Everything written in Srimad Bhagavatam is false. No. Service that is done through mind is topmost. Physically, whatever we are doing, of course, is okay. Guru Maharaj also used to say, whatever service is of three kinds: through money, through body, through mind. The service that is offered through mind is topmost service. Always thinking about the Supreme Lord. Through mind means what? Engaging the mind in body and all our other things in material world, and sometimes thinking about, no, always constantly engage your mind in the service of the Lord. That service is topmost. And then physical service, offering one's body by cooking, by washing, by cleaning, or by so many ways engage our body in the service of the Lord. And the third, and it's called the least kind of service, is offering money. Offering money is the least kind of a service. Why? Because you are not able to give your time. Okay, I have got some money, let them use it. That's not the topmost service. Topmost is to engage the mind. A person, actually, all the process of Krishna Bhakti, whatever we are doing, observing festivals, cooking for the deities, offering to the deities, worshipping, puja, we are doing all these things with only one intention, that our mind becomes attached to that object of worship. If you have a deity, then you are constantly, oh, this is the puja time, oh, this is the bhog's time, oh, this is arati time, oh, this time I have to dress the deities. Your mind is constantly engaged there. So in that way you are reminded of the service always. So that is the purpose. Because for the pure devotees, they don't need to install the deities, don't need to construct big temples or monasteries. They are constantly thinking about Supreme Lord. They are constantly serving the Lord inside their mind. But it is seeing the pitiful condition of all of us, they have given us this provision. Okay, do this worship. Like Swami Maharaj, he engaged, distribute books, start preaching centers there. Do this. We want to do some activity. Then we will be thinking, oh, how can I do that? I need to invite people for Sunday program. So what should I cook? We are thinking. So the point is that we have to engage our mind. When the mind is engaged, then automatically all the body organs, sense organs, they automatically follow the king. King is the mind. He is the king of all the senses. But if the same king is uncontrolled, then what will be the state of the kingdom? When the king is uncontrolled, and the king is, under the spell of illusion, then what will be the state of the rest of the subjects? The kingdom is gone into destruction. Therefore, mind control is very, very important. So here, he says, Braje Radha Krishnara Seva Manase Koribe. To Raghunath Das Goswami is telling that engage your mind or mentally serve Radha Krishna of Braja always. So his instruction is, don't eat nicely, don't dress nicely. A person who has attachment to nice dresses, beautifully decorating. Why? One of our Maharaj, he used to say, still says, that all of us eat food of our choice. We dress ourselves according to others' choice, isn't it? Am I looking good in this dress? Will people appreciate me or not? Oh, am I looking odd? That's why there is a mirror in front of us. While eating, the mirror is not required because we are doing it for us. Am I eating nice food or not? It's for us. We can choose, but dress we will choose according to others' choice. How am I looking in this? Whether people will like or not. So, a person, one of the seva parads, 32 kinds of seva parad is there. In that is to dress nicely in front of the deity. One of the offenses is to dress nicely in front of the deity. Why? Because if you dress nicely, everyone's attention is towards you, not towards the Lord. You are indirectly becoming an object of attraction. We have to decorate the deity so nicely that everyone's eyes are there, not here and there. But when we dress nicely, and particularly in the festivals, so many persons decorate so nicely with so many ornaments, so much of chan 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 sound. They decorate so nicely, and you are saying Hare Krishna, and then chan chan chan, everyone sees this. But Mahaprabhu says, no, don't dress nicely. He should be the object of worship. We should get all our attention should be Krishna. If we want to become an object of worship or praise in front of the Lord, that's an offense. That is why it is one of the seva prads. Mahaprabhu says, don't eat nicely. When Sanatana Goswami, he is also such a vairagi, such a renunciate. Mahaprabhu's all associates, every associate, you should read Chaitanya Charitamrita for that. Such a nectarian book it is. It is Bhagavatam, instructions are given. But Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is a personification of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why Prabhupada said that if ever a situation comes, the world is completely, to be destroyed, but I still have Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, then I think that the rest of the world can be saved. Simply Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita is there. But even the situation is even more dangerous. If the Bhagavatam also goes and Chaitanya Charitamrita alone is there, then it is sufficient for all the people. That is the Chaitanya Charitamrita is such a topmost scripture. It describes about the Lord's, every associate. The discussion, if you find, particularly the Madhya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita and the Antya Leela, are so very beautifully explained by Kaviraj Goswami. The life of Sanatana Goswami, the life of Raghunath Das Goswami, the life of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Rai Ramananda, Pratap Rudra, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Not one or two, so many associates. With all these associates, Mahaprabhu is performing what kind of pastimes and in what manner? He is cleaning Gundicha temple, he is pulling the Ratha of Jagannath Dev, he is visiting South India, he is going to Mathura. Beautiful pastimes. Through each of these things, Lord has given numerous teachings, instructions to all of us. There Sanatana Goswami's life is mentioned. Sanatana Goswami, when he left the king's court, he was coming, and then he stopped by at his brother-in-law's house, Shrikanta. Shrikanta, he wanted him to stay for longer, but he told, no, I want to meet my Lord immediately. So then Shrikanta, he gave a beautiful chadar, very beautiful chadar he gave. Not chadar, kambal. So he, Bhutanese kambal, a very, very fine, material it's made of. So he came to Mahaprabhu. When he came to Mahaprabhu, he had big long beard, matted hairs, was in the Muslims' court, so was like a fakir. So Mahaprabhu, I will not go into the details of the story because it will take long. Whatever subject I wanted to speak, I will tell. Mahaprabhu told that you go and clean yourself, go and take bath in Ganges, and after that nice, fresh, beautiful and new garments are offered to him. Please use this. Sanatana Goswami told, no, if you have used cloths, please give me. Sanatana Goswami, who was the minister of the court of Bengal, the king of the Bengal, he was the minister, and he was telling that, no, I don't want to get this new cloth, give me a used cloth. Then Tapan Mishra, he gave his used cloth. That cloth he had torn into two pieces. One thing he covered his bottom, and another thing he just put it on the upper cloth. So with that same cloth he made two cloths, upper cloth and the lower cloth. And he told, Tapan Mishra told, today you please come to take prasad with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu used to take in the house of Tapan Mishra when in Banaras. So he told, okay, I will take Lord's remnants. A particular Brahmana, he invited Sanatana Goswami, you seem to be such a exalted devotee, please come for prasad. Every day you come, you are invited in our house. Sanatana Goswami told, I am not eligible to eat. I don't have the eligibility to eat in the Brahmana's house. I don't have the eligibility to eat nice foodstuffs. He went on begging door to door. Who would do that? Tell me, if you have invitation in your hand and you are rejecting, no, I will go begging, who will do? Nobody. Such a renunciation. But while going on begging, he used to wear this beautiful chadar that Shrikant gave him. On top of his, upper body, he used to keep this thing. So, one day, Mahaprabhu, he just looked at a chadar like this. For every look there is a meaning, right? Every look has a meaning. So he had a different look towards the chadar. As soon as he looked at the chadar, Sanatana Goswami understood Mahaprabhu is not approving this chadar, that I should use this chadar. Immediately went to the Ganges, and then there was one devotee, one anchorite. He told that, Baba, I want to give this chadar to you. Please give me your torn chadar. That person told, please don't joke with me. I know that I am a poor, wretched man. Did you not find anyone since morning that you are joking with me? He said, no, I am not joking. I am very serious. I want to exchange this. He said, okay. Then it was exchanged. He brought the torn chadar where it is stitched at very different places, and the nice chadar was given to that person, on the shore of the Ganges. When he came to Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu became very happy. Yes, I was thinking why Sanatan is going on begging, wearing this beautiful chadar. By doing so, I was thinking that people will ridicule you. You have such a beautiful chadar on your top, so expensive, and you are begging. People will ridicule you. I was thinking why Sanatan is doing like this. Then he told Mahaprabhu, by your desire. Mahaprabhu says that Krishna has snatched everything from you. I was thinking, why did he leave this little amount with you? You should read that conversation between Sanatana Goswami and Mahaprabhu. Such a beautiful That's why I said there is no scripture like Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says that Krishna has taken everything from you. I was thinking, why still the Lord has made this little thing with you remain? Then Sanatana Goswami told, everything, my dear Lord, everything by your mercy, everything happens. So anyway, why I said this is, Mahaprabhu did not approve of this beautifully dressing, beautifully decorating. How much ever simple you are, that much the Lord used to be happy with. So these are expansions like, women, gold, beautiful cloths, ornaments, all these things. People are getting trapped in this beautiful, attracted to form, right? Oh, this saree is so nice. Oh, this dress is very nice. And we're getting attracted immediately. So there are so many colors, so many designs, so many varieties because of different enjoying tendencies. So Jnanashunya hoya patangir nai vinashtu hai. Such a person, who is aviveki, who has no knowledge, will get entrapped by these things and will ultimately face destruction. Srila Prabhupada writes in the commentary, Bhagavad Seva Vimukha Baddha Jiva Ganer Indriya Asakti Erupa Prabalje Anugata Joshit Sampradayer Prati Tahara Sarvada Asakta Evang Tahader Sebai Chirakal Niyukta Thake. So, those who are averse to the service of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, those who are not inclined to serve Supreme Lord, they are automatically attracted to their sense organs. Either you serve the Lord or serve your own sense organs or sense pleasures. You consider Krishna as, the enjoyer, or consider yourself as an enjoyer. So, Indriya Asakta Eiru Prabalje, so much of sense enjoyment they are lost in, that Joshit Ganer Prati Tahar Sarvada Asakti, that they are always attracted to women, always attached to women, because that's the greatest attachment. The greatest knot in this material world is attachment to women. So, Evang Tahader Sevarei Sirakal Nipthake. And in order to attract their attention, somehow or other, speaking to them or serving them, always they are busy in trying to please, in order to please one's own sense organs. Sarvadai apnadike stribadhya evang artho o vastrer badhya gyan kore. And he always binds himself with women or with beautiful dresses, beautiful ornaments, all these elements of Maya, creations of Maya. কিন্তু এইগুলি সমস্তই যে বর্ষি বা জালের ন্যায় কৌশল রচিত আত্মবিনাশী যন্ত্রের ন্যায় দ্রব্য তাহা বুঝতে পারে না. But just like a moth, to look, a fire is very attractive, very dazzling, so bright, it's very attractive. So, but the moth is ignorant, he does not understand. In a similar way, all these things, women, nice dresses, ornaments, gold, etc., these things are like the webs. Web? You don't know web? The spider makes the web. What do you call it? You understand? The web. So, is a nicely created web by the Lord that people can get easily trapped into. This is he is telling that Kaushal Rachito, so expertly designed by the Lord, that any person gets attracted to this kind of thing and they get trapped. When I talk about web, I talk about another web. What is that? www, World Wide Web. Yeah, we have websites, right? www.so-and-so-so-so.com. So it starts with www, World Wide Web. That's the greatest web that we have. The Lord has created such a nice web, and we also have created a beautiful web. That okay, get trapped. Anyone who has internet, always constantly on the internet. It's a worldwide trap. Web means trap. It's a worldwide trap. We know the meaning, but still we are getting trapped. So, such a beautifully designed, expert manner that everyone gets trapped into it. But he doesn't. Oh, this is a place like a moth does not understand, or this is a place where if I get attracted to, I will die. He will not understand. In a similar way, those who are less intelligent or those who have no service mentality, they get attracted and then ultimately face destruction. भोगबुद्धिते निर्बोध व्यक्तिगण विष्णु माया रचित जगतेर भोगाकांक्षी हইয়া মুগ্ধ পতঙ্গবৎ আপনাকে ভোক্তা মনে করে এবং জগত ভোগের আগার বলিয়া উহাতেই আবদ্ধ থাকিবার প্রসন্ন করে. Why does this moth go into the fire? Because when we see a dazzling beauty, oh, let me enjoy this, so nice, let me go and have a look at it, let me see. Isn't it? Here also, when things are created very in an attractive way, and everyone go and see. So a moth sees the beauty and attractive, so he wants to enjoy his eyes basically, and with a tendency to enjoy the eyes, he goes inside and ultimately finished. In a similar way, bhogapar, those who are attracted by the form that is reflected in the eyes, means eyes which can see the form. Those persons who are attracted by the form, they want to become the enjoyer. Oh, he has such a nice, let me enjoy, and in that trap, finished. আবদ্ধ থাকিবার প্রয়াস করে উহাতেই ভোক্তা মনে করে, they think themselves as the enjoyer, and jagat bhoger agar, and this world is a place of my enjoyment. They think that this place is a world of enjoyment and I am the enjoyer. Thinking like this, forever they are trapped in this world. সেই অসংযত চঞ্চল বদ্ধ জীবগণ অগ্নির উজ্জ্বল আলোকময় রূপের মোহে প্রধাবিত পতঙ্গের ন্যায় অগ্নিতে বা অন্ধকারেই পতিত হইয়া আত্মবিনাশ প্রাপ্ত হয়. So those uncontrolled, unstable minded living entities, why is there no stability? Because their mind is not fixed on the Lord. So because of the instability of the mind and because of the uncontrolled senses, it's also unstable because of the uncontrolled mind. The mind is not controlled, then the senses are very restless. Then if the mind is controlled, and if he can control, he as a king, if he can control the other sense organs, then everyone will be calm and quiet. So atma vinash prapto hai, such person will ultimately face destruction. A person whose sense organs are not under control and thus unstable. সুতরাং পতঙ্গ হইতে ব্যতিরেক বুদ্ধি দ্বারা শিক্ষা লাভ করিয়া যোষিত সুবর্ণ ও আচ্ছাদন বসনাদি সংগ্রহের জন্য ভোগ কর্মকাণ্ড श्री जनक शिक्षक आज्ञालोक मोहांध. So he is telling from this moth what is the from positive lesson. What by seeing an earth, by seeing wind, this we learnt from their characters. But Prabhupada is saying the moth we have to learn a negative lesson. Do. So far we have learned, like Ajagar also we heard the python, like he is always peaceful, food and all these things. So we should become lazy for material things and spirited for devotional things. And for the like an ocean, always stable, nischal, etc. But from the moth, we have to learn a negative lesson. Just like it gets attracted to the fire and is a distraction. In a similar way, we should not get attracted to money, to gold, to beautiful and to women, and waste our life and ultimately go on the path of destruction. Let us see. Stokam grasam deho vartetaya grihanahit nahi sannatishte drivrittim madhukarim munihi. जे परिमाण भोज्य वस्तु द्वारा जीवन यात्रा निर्वाह होते पारे मुनि व्यक्ति गृहस्थ गणेर उत्पीड़न ना करिया नाना गृह होते अल्प अल्प करिया सेई परिमाण भोज्य संग्रह करिबेन. भ्रमर जे रूप विशिष्ट गंध लोभे एकई पद्मे अवस्थान पूर्वक सूर्यास्त काले पद्म मुकुलित हইলে তাহাতেই আবদ্ধ হয় সেই রূপ গুণলোভে গৃহকেই করিয়া তদীয় আবদ্ধ হইবে. Such a beautiful instruction. What is particular to have and suddenly we are into a subject deeply and suddenly internet failure. Oh, we are not able to oh, we are not able to listen. Oh, this is not happening. So those who are sitting there also, and they become restless, and I am seeing their restlessness, my concentration is. So this technology is good in one sense that while sitting at one, whatever, everything is accepted in the service of Supreme. Can be accepted provided we don't become the enjoyers. We want to utilize everything in the service of Supreme Lord. We don't are the enjoyers, but we the pujaris. Pujari means, what does a pujari do? He utilizes everything in the service of the Lord. So we are just like the pujari. All objects should be utilized in the service. If so nice flowers are given, and okay, half I because whatever objects are received in the service of Guru or in the service of the Lord in quantity, so much is coming. Or for the Lord also I have already decorated so much, there is no scope. So many foodstuffs are being offered. So you understand what happens after that. So I have to use them. So I will use them for myself. Then finished. That's why to be a servant of an acharya and to be a servant of the, one has to be very careful. If center of reverence in object serving in every day I used to go, then I used to constantly remind this Atah Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriyai. Constantly I used to remind my Goswami's instruction. The Lord, His name, His form, His associates, they cannot be understood with my material mind. Because activity of Guru, if he cannot understand the position of a Guru, finished. Clearly, I am serving the deity every day. Then, they say, there is a saying in English, too much of, what is it called? Too much of association leads to complacency. There is a word, too much of someone's association, or a person is in association with you for a long time, then it brings to complacency. Complacency means, how do I explain? Easygoing nature. No, okay, it's okay. I think. Too much of, every day we are serving the Lord, every day we are in contact, the deity. Virakta. No, virakta nahi. Complacency means, that's what I mean. Lazy-mindedness. What if I don't do today? That easygoing nature. You understand easygoing nature? Understand the meaning of what I said? Too much of, anyone's acquaintance. It's not association. Too much acquaintance, and slowly, no problem. Other way, if we get acquainted too much with the deity or with Guru, okay, today if I don't give water, so what? He will take anyway if I don't give. Isn't it? I am seeing every day that Guru Maharaj is taking water by himself. I tried every day going, Guru Maharaj, I will give you water. No, I will take. After 15 days, anyway, he will take by himself, therefore I don't have to go. You understand? I have to offer my service from my end. He knows. It's up to him. But now, no, it should. It's always like this, that of acquaintance with anything is very bad. We should not become easy-minded in such cases. We should always understand. That's why I try to remember. It's not that I committed several innumerable offenses I have committed, knowingly and unknowingly. I mean, there is no count to the number of offenses that I have committed. But at least whenever my mind was, entering his room, Atah Shri Krishna Namadi, the Lord's name, form, qualities, personal associates, they are beyond our mind. We can never comprehend them with our material intellect. And only if we sit to them and serve them, they will reveal themselves to us automatically. And I remember that. Yes, I forgot, of course. I also, that too much acquaintance leads to complacency. I also had become those things on several occasions. But whenever I remember that Atah Shri Krishna Namadi, the Lord's name, form, qualities, and his personal associates, thing I wanted to tell, and then it got debated. So we will read this verse number 9 tomorrow. So we read 7 and 8 today. We will read the actual translation tomorrow. जय श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन महा वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय, जय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
It's fine. I will do with this internet packets better, and there was no problem. Every time I was doing.
Any alert came that there is no internet finished?
No, it was just saying trying to reconnect. Like no wireless connection, trying to reconnect. Like this for the last maybe 10 minutes, but when I was doing with this internet, then
Never
it was
a problem.
fine. So I will just do tomorrow with this internet. It will be good.
Okay.
It's meant for you to hear. He's addressing you in this. He's saying, we were fortunate that we have read Chaitanya Charitamrita for 4 years under your guidance every evening when Srila Gurudev was staying in Calcutta Math. Those classes were like precious gems. Jai Gurudev, Jai Prabhupada.
Yeah, they were very nice. Actually, because of them, I could also read. Otherwise, I would not have read them.